Hi everyone, JKS here. Hope you are doing good. Today I want to talk about choosing your focus. What I mean by that is where does your focus go? So you really want to be careful about that because this is the way that you will basically live your life, for everything. If you focus on lack versus abundance, if you focus on sadness versus happiness, everything will turn the way that you really think about things every day. To give you an example, like every time that when times went hard, you know what I mean? I was like, "Oh, I don't have the money to buy this, to do that, or even to go and do my groceries normally." And every time I was thinking like that, what will happen is it will become worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. For example, let's say that you want to go in vacation, or you want to go on holidays, you want to maybe to go somewhere. So the first thing is, if you are not where you want to be financially, then what you will focus on, it will be on lack. You will focus on lack. So then what will happen is you will never go in vacation, and it doesn't matter like how many months or year will happen, you will never go in vacation. Why? Because you are focusing on lack. Like you don't have enough money. You can't afford basically anything. And maybe you are with someone that don't want to go on vacation, and then because they say that, then you make that a reality for you as well, and then you don't move on anything. So then every time like you see an ad about vacations, or you see, I don't know, someone who is going on vacation, what will happen is you will think about your lack. So then you will be like, oh, they are lucky, they are going in vacation, like, and me, I'm staying here, I'm staying in my town, same thing, and I don't do nothing. So which will become worse and worse over time, and then you will expand the lack on everything, in your life. So then you will get probably depressed, and you don't realize that everything came from the way that you think about things, you know what I mean? But then if you change everything and then you focus on abundance, everything will be different. Bear with me, I know it's difficult, to be in lack and to switch and to see abundance, but it's doable, but over time. So what will happen is, let's take the same example. You want to go in vacation, but you still don't have the money, but then you want to focus on abundance and positive things. What will happen is, every time that you catch yourself thinking badly about the vacation or thinking badly about things, then you will catch yourself like at the moment, and then think about what will happen if you go to the vacation that you really want. For example, let's say that you want to go, I don't know, in Mexico, random example. But then instead of focusing on the fact that you don't have the money to go there, then focus on what it will be when you will get there. So maybe like you will enjoy like to go to the beach. You will enjoy like to eat some favoritas, some real favoritas from Mexico. You will enjoy to meet people. You will enjoy to get the sun. You will enjoy to learn like to speak Espanol to get better at it. You will focusing on learn that tradition. You will focus on learn maybe the way they dance. I have no idea like what is the specialty on Mexico, but you see how, and I can even feel it, within myself, like the shift on where I was thinking about, you feel that your energy, it's kind of low, it's kind of like low vibration, basically. But then as soon as I talk about things positively, like inside of me, like I started to get excited, I started to see the right things. I started to maybe think like about like, okay, maybe one day I should go there. So because it will be nice, and I want to travel all around the world. I mean, it's one of my dreams. So, but this is where you shift your focus about your things. And what will happen over time is you will get more ways, maybe to make money. Maybe you will maybe like someone will offer you like vacations. Maybe, I don't know, like what I mean is you will get more into the thinking of going where you want to go instead of staying like where you don't belong. Because everybody here is meant to go to abundance. But the problem is, as soon as we turn like 10, 11 years old, we start to see things through our own eyes, and then we just maybe take some limiting beliefs that our surrounding have. It can be your family, it can be your friend, it can be anything. But then people will explain to you that money it's hard to obtain. Money it's evil. But you can't obtain what you want. You need to work like hard for what you want, in life in order to get things. So, which is kind of right in one sense, but it's wrong on the other sense as well. Because, like, if you do nothing, you will get like close to nothing. And if you do too much, that doesn't mean that you will get more than people that are working less. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing, like, if your life will resume at how hard you work, then someone who is working like, I don't know, like 60 hours a week should earn more than anybody else. You know what I mean? Which is wrong. And sometimes just one person work for 1 hour, they are paid 1,000 just for 1 hour. You know, but they just do 1 hour and you are working like 2 weeks in order to match the same value. You know what I mean? So, which means that this is one. It's a wrong thinking to think that you need to hard work. You need to do this, to that, to fight, to struggle in order to get where you want to be. Like, this is wrong. You know what I mean? When you are born, like, you are born with abundance, so you can already like have everything that you want. Like, your mindset is right. You know what I mean? But then it get like turned over time. And by the way, one really good book that I suggest is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind of Joseph Murphy. He really talk about like your subconscious mind, like your limiting beliefs and how things can change. And it's a really good book, you know, in order to attract like what you want, because everything starts with your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind, it's your mind that controls everything automatically. Like, we have the conscious mind, so the way that we think, which is related like your conscious mind, but then you have your subconscious mind. So things that are impressed in your mind over time since you are a child, you know. So sometimes you have some limiting beliefs that are not from you, you know. And most of the times they are not from you, you know. It's from society, from your family, from people with who you spend the most time with. So you really want to be careful with who you you spend your time, you know, with. So yeah, you really want to shift your focus about things that you see. In other example, so then you have been through a breakup, you know, and then you have sadness because maybe someone cheated on you, and then you know you only like see relationships about like sadness, you know, and you have the whole typical like sentence that we can hear from everybody that all men are the same, all women are the same, you know, like love is dead, nobody can love like now, and yeah, you know, I have trust in nobody, you know, like, oh my god, you know, like I put so much focus into like my thinking, you know, just by saying that, like inside of me, like I can see myself, like my vibration like down slow, you know what I mean? Like, you really want to be careful, man, about like how you think, because this is the worst thing that you can do. Like, for me, like I can't think like that, not anymore. And yeah, just if you do this change, everything will start to change in your life, you know. But this was one example of sadness. And again, like I was very soft. I think like some people, they are speaking even harder. And then you have on the other side happiness. Doesn't matter like what the person have done. You can always focus on the happiness or the things that you can be happy about what you have done. Because sometimes in some relationships they are really bad. You know, I was in a relationship and now I understood that it was really bad from the start. You know what I mean, and it was a narcissist, etc. You know, but this is another thing. Like, maybe I will explain to you like later my relationship, like if you're interested in it. But yeah, you can focus on the happiness, things that you have done, you know what I mean? Things that you really want. You know, not necessarily what have been on the past, but what you really want. For example, like you want to love someone equal, you know, as you love yourself. You want to spend time with them. You want to someone who cares, someone who is make you laugh, someone who is respectful, someone who consider, you know, you and maybe your surrounding, maybe your family, you know, someone who have like standards, someone who respects you and you respect them at the same time, you know, someone with who you can be vulnerable, you know, so which means that you can be honest 100%, you know, you can be yourself. You don't need to pretend to be anyone, you know what I mean? You can just be you, you know, and this is really hard to find, you know what I mean, to be honest. But in order to find this person, you need you to be 100% honest, vulnerable, and to love yourself. Because when you do that, you likes attracts likes. So you will attract the same person, you know, in your life. Okay, if you are not healed within yourself, then what will happen is you will always attract the same kind of people that will make you like sad, etc. Me, there is no way that I will go back here, you know. I mean, I'm very protective about my energy and I don't want to spend my energy like randomly with random people. And I really want to get my energy like in front of the right people that I know, and I already like I can feel, when someone is really like authentic. I wish like 99.999% of people, they are not because they didn't learn like how to do it, and it's normal like to ignore it, you know what I mean? There is no way like 4 or 5 months ago, like I had no idea, about what I've learned right now. So this is why I want to share it, to people so people can live like freely, you know what I mean? Like you don't have any boundaries, you don't have any mask, you don't wear any mask, any facade. Like you are you know what I mean? You are yourself, and yeah, if people like it, is good. If they don't like it, it's good too. You know what I mean? Like there is no compromise, and you just need to heal within yourself to change your mind, to change your heart, to change your focus in order to get where you want to be because you deserve the best, in life. You know what I mean? Like doesn't matter. Like you deserve the best, like financially, you deserve the best in your relationship, and you deserve the best, for your health as well. Because everything like is focusing on one, you know what I mean? And changing your mind, it's really important because this is where everything starts, you know what I mean? At least for myself, it was the starting of everything. And one really good book that I will suggest you, it's Miracle Morning as well from Al. And basically, it'll give you like a way to start your day, maybe to have 30 minutes or 1 hour before the usual time that you use. And so then you can start working on yourself to write some affirmation, to do some exercise, to meditate, to visualize, to journal and reading. So it's a really good book to start, and this is where I have started, And then I learned like to change things over time. But really, like you really want to be careful about your mind, to not consuming like bullshit in the social media or on the TV. You don't want to watch news. Like if things are important, to learn, you will learn it, through someone. But really, like you really want to be careful about what you are focusing on because what you are focusing on is what you attract, the more of. And it will take time, like even if you are on this state, you won't like attract everything that you want in seconds or minutes or maybe like days or weeks or months, Sometimes it will take a lot of time. But the more you are here, the better your life will become. You don't want to go there. And you are the main character of your life. I don't care like who is around you, who is surrounding you. You are the main character in your life. So your health should be your number one priority. Because if you feel better, get better, then you can be on a better place in order to help other people. And you will see that on reality, like not a lot of people are here for you, know what I mean? To be honest, to be really honest. But you will see like, going through things. So yeah, to conclude, choose your focus, choose what you want in your life. And if you want something, don't focus on the lack or on bad emotions. Like focus about like what it will bring into your life and what you can do maybe in order to obtain it instead of thinking about like, what I mean? Don't think traditionally sometimes. Like don't get focused about like, okay, you have your job and you can just only earn this, When you are the law of attraction, he has some funny ways, to bring you things that you don't expect in your life. You can have some random like flow of money, coming in that you weren't like waiting for. But the universe will provide you. So this is why like you don't want to think like just how the society make you think. There is another way to think and to believe through things. So thank you for watching. Like don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you need any help, I have my free one-on-one call that you can schedule below and we can talk about things like if you need some help we can see like what we can do together and I will help you like to get in the better state to help you love yourself and maybe to attract like your purpose and your soulmate. So thank you for watching and I see you on the next one. Bye.